All right. So this is the leveling. It's better if the RV's balanced, especially with the slide out thing. It kind of helps out because if it's like off balance, it can put a lot of pressure on the gears that are working on the slide. Also, like when you're sleeping, if it's like kind of sideways, some people don't like that. So, general concept, you're trying to find the flattish kind of spot of land that you can if you're boondocking, or camping, and not at an RV park. Just find the flattest spot that you can, because the jacks that come out and bounce can only do so much. So you don't want to be like this and stuff like that. They have like a maxed amount that they'll come out. So anyway, so you come in here, this is Bigfoot thing. You can see it says leveling. This is how you can do it. You can either do it manual. We always do auto level though. So you want everyone out of the car or out of the RV, so it's not shaking around, because it has sensors. It's trying to feel the balance, and it has a leveling thing, so it's trying to find that. If you have people in the car, it's going to be moving around. It's not going to know how to get level. And this is before you do this, before you even punch out the wall out here. So if you just parked, don't do a kick out. You're not really supposed to do the kick out unless you're balanced, all right? So it's always good to come here and see if you are balanced. So you power it on by just pressing it once. See these lights going around, they'll kind of keep doing that. I think that's the sensors are kind of booting. And then you'll kind of see, it'll already kind of tell you like if which ones are off. I think if you're when you're in manual mode, you can do it yourself if you wanted to. You know you're balanced because this little foot in the middle will turn green. We always do auto level, so you just press that one time. And then what it'll do is it'll start to work for you.
I'm gonna go to the back. So
yeah, and now we'll look at the levels coming down.
So there's two spots. There's these two in the back, these two round circle things, and there's two also in the front. Yeah, and there's two also in the front. So it's doing its own thing. We're not pressing any more buttons. It does it on its own. Oh, here they go. Here they go. You can tell that the car or the truck itself moves up and down, and it makes it perfectly level, so it's really comfortable to walk around in and to sleep in and everything. Oh, you can actually, I can see them. Those are the two front legs. Let me see if I can get my finger in there. Right there and there. And then these are the two backs. And let's see. You can have one person in here watching, and then this foot will be like blinking, and all these lights will be lighting up while it's leveling. As soon as it's a solid foot, it says level, and then you know that it's level. So then you just turn it off. Like that.
Cool. And then, oh, hey.
Ready?
All right, so now you got your level down, right? You did the Bigfoot leveling. You always want to level. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's really good. It's like long term as far as wear and tear. We want to kind of do that. So then once you got level and you want to kind of punch the side out, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you like it how it is and it's just punching the side out, is more hassle. You don't ever have to put it out. But then you go up here to your convenience center, this big one that's kind of high, slide in and out. That's the one right across here. All right, so what we're going to do is you just press and hold on the in to make it go, oh, sorry, on the out, sorry, to go out. And then watch how this goes. You just keep holding it.
And it's this entire wall. It goes all the way back. The bed moves, the bathroom vanity moves, stove oven moves, kitchen stuff moves, and this bench seat moves.
And that's it, and that's when it's out.
When you are parked and plugged in, or whether you're boondocking and running your generator, when you're ready to watch your TV, the outlets for it, this is the main living room one. It's up above this bunk bed or loft bed. The outlets are actually behind it. So, oh, this is tricky for me to do. It's right there on the wall, and that will work once the power is either on from the generator or you're plugged in at the RV park. Right when you walk in the door, here's the control panel. These buttons are what you'll use a lot. The bottom is LPG, that's your propane. You press it and see how full it is. Battery, fresh water, black water, that's the toilet. gray water. That's the sinks and the showers. So those will tell you how full things are and what you need to turn on or turn off or fill up or whatever. LPG, once it's down to 1/3, you want to refill it. That runs your stove and your refrigerator. And battery, if it gets down to 1/3, then you want to turn on your generator. The generator will run all the outlets and then it'll recharge the batteries. To turn on your generator, this is the generator. So you're going to hold stop prime down until this turns red, and then you hold this until the generator starts, okay? So here's stop prime, the light's on. Now I can hold this, and there my generator is on. The generator will run all the electricity, and it'll also refill this battery. This is not the car battery, this is only the battery for the house part. So yeah, that's that. The oil is changed right at 230, so it needs to be changed in another 150 miles. So at 180 it would be changed again. And then to stop it, you just press stop and it turns right off. But we usually only run that when we need to refill the battery and we're boondocking for a long time. And then we use it for if we want to run the heat or the air conditioner and we're not plugged in, then that works for that. Okay, these lights under here and switches are for other things. So this is for your water heater. If you're connected to electric, you can turn this on for your water heater. This is for your sink or for your showers, or shower or sinks. This is for gas for your water heater. Usually we're boondocking, so we were using propane for it. And so then you flip this on and that's how you get your water heater on. We only turn it on when we need it. It works to heat up the water in just a couple of minutes. Your water pump, if you try to turn on your water from your faucets or flush the toilet right now, the water won't work. You have to have that on. And then your water pump will be on. This Arctic pack, this is for if you're in cold weather areas that you want to keep your pipes from freezing. That's the only reason that you turn it on. We actually have only used that one night, but you know, keeps your pipe from freezing. And then living room, kitchen lights. This is just the lights in here and the lights in there. And then driver's side rear light on. This is the lights on the outside of the car. I actually had this on once by accident while I was driving. I'm not sure why you'd need this, but that's what that's for. Maybe if you're camping or something and you need the outside lit up. Slide in, slide out. That's for the whole wall to come in or out. You just press and hold it and it slides in and slides out, and press and hold it and it, you know, does its thing. So it doesn't need to be in or out while you're camping, but while you're driving it has to be in. In fact, I don't believe that the car will even start without screaming a really loud noise at you if your slide is out while you're trying to turn it on and drive, because you can't drive with it out. So that's it for the control panel. So I don't have, I'm not plugged in right now, so I can't show you how to run this exactly, but it's a microwave and a convection oven. And so it has things to use as an oven, or the typical thing to use for the microwave. And when you go to use the microwave, you press microwave first and type in your minutes, or you press convection and then you can pick the temperature on it. And we've had some mediocre luck with it. It's definitely a weaker oven as far as ovens go. So if you want to like bring an air fryer or something like that, that would probably work better and just plug it in. But this is always an option. Okay, so as you can see, the stove top is just a stove top. There's no oven because you have the microwave and convection oven. So to turn it on, you fold that back and you would turn on one of the burners and then you click this until it lights. This runs off of propane and is fairly easy to do. It's pretty foolproof. We still have to clean it, obviously, but that's how that works. Up above the cab is a bed, a queen size bed, and then this TV. And this TV can swing back while you're driving, or it can come forward so you can sit anywhere in the living room and see it. And The speakers work pretty well. We haven't used a sound bar or anything like that, and it works pretty great. It's got a remote, and you can plug in HDMI. We plugged in our Apple TV, and as long as you have internet, like through Starlink or something like that, or if you're at an RV park and they have Wi-Fi, then your Apple TV or Fire Stick or whatever would work for that. Okay, when you walk in the door, right here is a Happy Jack couch / bed. So right now it's down in the bed position, and you can pretty easily store it, put it up or put it down. There's also some storage underneath, but it's pretty hard to access that storage. So we've only used it for like winter coats or things that we only occasionally need, because it's not the easiest to get into. But this is it in the down position. And then if you pull this part up and then push it in, then the back will come up. So I'm going to do that. Pull it up and then push it sort of in. Trickier to do with one hand, but then it's in the couch position. You can see there's something underneath the couch that I need to put away. Anyway, so there it is. And then on the sides, there's also these little levers to put out the, whatever this is called, footstool. Okay, directly opposite from the Happy Jack bed / couch is this bed. Both of them are about a twin size, although the Happy Jack couch has like the seam down the middle where it was a couch. This one doesn't have the seam, so they're both pretty comfortable. They both have these like thicker cushions. Because it's about a twin size, you can try a fitted sheet. We just did a flat sheet on top and then tucked in the edges. But to turn this back into a table, because the other one turns into a couch, this one turns into a table with 2 benches. You just remove these cushions, and I'm going to be able to pull up the table, but I'm not going to be able to get the cushions back on for you. Okay, so you just with one hand pull this and it slides up, and then directly underneath is this little bar, and you slide that over, and that ensures that it won't unslide, it won't go down while that bar is over. That's like the little safety. And then you would put this big cushion on the bottom and the little cushion along the back of it to make up your bench. So then you have a nice table with 2 bench seats. Okay, the freezer, there's a double freezer, double fridge. They're about like apartment size, but there's like 2. So it's pretty decent size for what we needed, and we have a family of 6. So anyway, it runs off of propane unless you're plugged into electric. If you put it on auto, right now, see it's just on LP, which is the propane. If you turn it to auto by pressing this button in here, then it would switch back and forth between propane and electric whenever you plug in. We haven't done that very much because we've been boondocking mostly, so we just leave it on the propane and it works fine. So freezers are up here, fridge down here, and that's pretty much it. It's a typical fridge and freezer. It has a pretty good door seal, so it doesn't come open while we drive most of the time, although one time it did pop open because we hit a pretty big bump. But that was about it. In here is a little hidden pantry. Unlock that, and then that slides out, and there's plenty of storage for food. And it's pretty skinny, but it's been doing its job for us. So that's hidden away there. And then here's the pocket door then that goes in between the living room, kitchen area, and then the bathroom, and then the bedroom in the back. The bathroom is pretty self-explanatory. You have a toilet, the flush is right there. And then in here is the shower. You slide it like this. And then you have the cold and hot water. You've got a shower head, and you can take that down. You've got a skylight, but it's the cloudy kind, so no one can be looking in at you. I don't know how anyone would be that tall, but anyway, it's private, but nice and bright. And you can just slide that closed. And that's it for the bathroom. Oh, there's also a vent in here and a fan if you'd like that. And of course, lights. So that's it. Okay, I already told you the bathroom's self-explanatory, but I forgot about the toilet paper. So the toilet paper is this very, very thin kind of toilet paper. You can buy it from a specialty like RV place, or you can buy this kind. It's called Scott 1000 sheets per roll, and it is just like very thin toilet paper. And so there will be extras of that in the RV, but you can't use other toilet paper because, unless it's specialty RV toilet paper, because it will get blocked up. Then also under here is where we keep these bio pouch, this thing, which we got at an RV store. There's a bunch of different brands of this and kinds. We used this one. It was well rated. I don't know. And the instructions for use are on the back, but basically it keeps the your black tank good. It makes it not smelly, and it helps break down the toilet paper and different things that are in there.
All right, hey, so now we put the feet down, we kicked it out, so now we're ready to leave, right? So if you're gonna get back on the road, you just do it in reverse order. Side in and then feet up, all right? So let's show you real quick. So same thing, you go back in here, slide out, you click up on the in, you can watch it kind of come in, you just press and hold. And you can continue holding and it'll stop when it can't go anymore, and then you're all done. All right, and then you're all done. So now you know it's all the way in because you can press, it doesn't go anymore, all right? Press and hold. There's nothing happening. So you're all the way in now. That's what you want. Next thing you do, you want to bring up the feet, right? So you're coming back down here to your balance. Turn it back on because you're ready to leave. You wait for it to turn green right here because it does that spinny thing. It really doesn't want you to press anything until it's done doing the spin thing. And then you're ready to go. You just hit retract one time. Oh. All right, you gotta hit it twice.
No, you just have to
hit
press
it
it fully.
Nice, good press. All right. And let me take you outside and I'll show you them coming up. And so you see they come up very slowly, and when they get all the way to the bottom, they stop, all right? And this other one should start coming up. And you'll hear this noise until they are all up, and then we'll kind of show you what to do. All right, now after you get them up, you want to come check to make sure they are up. So you always want to do a check. You press the button, you heard the whine, it's pulling them all up, and now the noise is done. Now you need to come, to the back and check them out. They're both up. And then you come up to the front. You look and make sure they're both up. That one's up, back one's up. Now, if you're ever at one and you can see the metal, that shiny metal that was in between the piston, then that means it's not all the way up, and you don't want to drive off because you can rip these and screw it up really bad. So you just want to always make sure they're up. Now, if there is down, you see that piston, like the chrome, and you're like, crap, it's not all the way up like it should be in the video, then you just come back here to the panel, and all you do, this emergency retract, and it even says press and hold. You just press and hold that, and they'll all come up, all right? And you can kind of see it even has a light all up, but don't trust that. Always go look, because the electronics can lie to you sometimes. You just want to double check. You can do that emergency retract if you need. Now you're all done though. You just hit your power. And that's it. You're good.